All right, so I'm going to share how being consistent actually helps you not backslide. Here's an example. For the last 2 years, every single Sunday, I go into the Half Size Me community and I post a weekly check-in. I say, here's my goals. This is how I did with my goals every single week. Some weeks, most weeks, it's extremely boring because it's me just saying, yep, still maintaining my range, still doing these things. But then the week after my anniversary, my weight and my weight average both popped up a little bit over my top end of my range, okay? So I look for two things for myself, by the way. I look at my average weight and I look at the consistent daily weigh-ins. And if they're both in a range where they've popped up over my personal range, then I know I need to clean things up a little bit. So when I went in that Sunday and I posted I was out of my range, it was super easy. You want to know why? Because for the previous 2 years of Sundays, I had done that. Where it gets really hard is when you only share when things are good. You only share randomly. You don't find consistency with how you do your accountability and your check-ins. So I have some things I do super consistently. Every single day I post my daily plan in my journal in the forums for the Half Size Me community. I post a gratitude every single morning. And every single Sunday, I post an update on how I'm doing with my personal, boundaries that I've set for myself and what I want to achieve. And because I'm consistent with it, when things fall a little out of line, it's easy to pull it back in. But that's not what most people do. When they feel crappy about what they're doing, they don't feel good about it. They binged, they overate. They kind of want to hide out. And then when things are going well, they might share. It's the opposite that's important. You share consistently all the time because when it doesn't go well, you don't have to feel any kind of weirdness about putting it out there. It's like, oh, I've been sharing every single week. This is just what I do. And it reduces the amount of lower brain chatter around what will other people think? Yeah, you're supposed to be doing this, that, and the other. And it just shuts it down a lot more because it's like, I just share every Sunday. That's what I do. And it catches things before they spiral out of control. Being up 1 pound over my range, way easier to reel back in than to keep saying to myself, oh, I'm going to wait and post when I get this back to where I want it. I don't want anyone to see that Heather's over her range today. What would they think of me? My lower brain can chatter too, right? So I just shut it down and say, no. What does Heather as a leader do? She shows up and she shares, regardless of what it is that I'm sharing about. It's not a good, bad thing. It's just, this is the reality. This is where I am right this moment. In 7 days, 14 days, it'll be different. And that's okay. But you want to be consistent. You want to say, okay, how am I going to consistently show up for myself? How am I going to hold myself accountable? Nobody is going to make you do things. You're a grown adult. You have to choose to show up for yourself. You have to say, this means something to me. I want to make this progress in these areas of my life. I am going to post. I am going to share. I am going to not sit silently on the sidelines and let things pass me by, or only share when I feel good about things. Because a lot of times you don't feel good about things. You sometimes have to share when you feel cruddy about things. That's called life. So I just want to share that with you. It's like, it's important that you understand this is something you will manage for the rest of your life. I manage it every day. I have some way I journal my food every day, whether it's pictures, paper, pencil, whether it's MyFitnessPal, whatever. I just journal my food because it keeps me mindful, keeps me aware of what I'm doing. I move every day, hence you and I are walking and talking right now. I check in with my Half Size Me community. I attend my maintenance webinars where I talk to others. I celebrated my 10-year anniversary with them this last month. I have things I do to support myself in my own journey. It doesn't matter that I've been maintaining 10 years. I still have to do those things. And I think that when we share this reality, it'll make people better understand what to expect, and it'll help give you a more realistic view of even what weight loss should look like, right? Like at no point should you think, oh, I'm really good at doing this. No, you don't want to have that attitude. Like you can appreciate the fact it's getting a little easier for you for sure. But it's just something that over time, you can get a little rusty with things. You can have portion creep up. I mean, that's called human nature. It's what we do. So it's just like realizing this is an ongoing journey. So I just want to explain to you, for me, how consistency with certain actions actually is super supportive while I'm in maintenance. Like if I only share when things are great and when I'm feeling proud and confident, then when I'm not and I actually need the support the most, I'm probably not going to want to share, right? And if I let my ego and this talk in my head, the chatter in my head that says, Heather, you should be at a place where this isn't an issue anymore, you shouldn't have to need support or share. If I listen to that, it's toxic. And guess what? That's why you gain the weight back. Don't listen to that voice. It's not true. This is something we manage. We contend with our lower brain. Food has been the thing we've leaned into for comfort and for mostly comfort for a very long time. So you're gonna have these moments, and that's okay. You just share, you clean it up, you stay in the talk about it, and then it turns itself around. So I hope this message helps. You guys have a great day. I'll talk to you soon.